Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, The Moody Pages. I'm Chanel. Today I am wanting to kick off a series that I want to do together and just have some fun with on my channel. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I kind of attempted something along the lines of this is a makeup challenge, not challenge, but series. A while back on my channel, like years ago, where I was trying to do hit pan on makeup palette. Well, maybe I can hit pan if I do this series, who knows. But what I would like to do is really just do Makeup Mondays. Like Monday talk about books and do makeup at the same time. So here I am attempting my first one, and I of course did not wake up early enough, so I'm like semi in a rush, but I'm kind of okay on time, but I don't want to like push my luck, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with Eyes and tell you about all the books I read in April. I wasn't actually going to film a wrap-up video, mainly because it's been a hot minute since I've done one, but if I wanted to start this off, I feel like this would be the perfect opportunity to do that. So let me go ahead and just prime my eyelids, and then I can tell you the first one. I actually just saw this beauty YouTuber that I follow. So I've been thinking about this for a few weeks. Of course, not doing anything. But yes, anyways, I saw her post a video yesterday, and it was talking about murder and books, and while doing her makeup, and it was over an hour long. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, and she had great views. I mean, obviously it's this, you know, beauty YouTuber, but I was like, oh my gosh, that sounds like what I want to do. And seeing her focus on one book, and then I did start to watch a little bit of it, but I did not commit to the full hour bit. But man, she was really going through that book probably chapter by chapter and in detail. I don't think that's something that I could do, mainly because I start to read a book, and then a few days after I'm done, I start to forget what I just read. Okay, so the first book I read in April was The Writing Retreat by Julia Bartz. And this book is, it's about this girl who gets a spot at a writing retreat. It's a really highly coveted writing retreat, and pretty much it's a thriller mystery, and so much happens within this book. I gave it 4 stars. It was oddly a lot more sexual than I thought it was gonna be, especially, you know, for thrillers. I'm it just surprises me whenever there's that. It's not that there's anything wrong with it, it just always surprises me in the mystery thriller genre. But there was a lot of plot twists, and it was pretty good. I think there were some things that kind of just threw me off, so that's why I was kind of probably 4 star. Okay, I'm gonna kind of zoom in for the eyes a little bit. I'm going to be using this palette right here, Soft Glam. Way back, so this is probably very expired, but way back in the day, I wanted to be a makeup artist, and I did makeup on people. I charged people, and I was good. I wasn't bad, I was good. But I think there's just something about doing makeup on other people that kind of intimidates me, because you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea, and I have yet to find that. I didn't want to experience it, so I just stopped, mainly because I don't handle rejection well. Okay, anyways, back to books. So The Writing Retreat was good. Then I listened to Shady Hollow. So this is another cozy mystery, and it pretty much encompassed Zootopia. If you've watched Zootopia, you've pretty much have almost read the plot of this book, or at least met all the characters. Okay, so I am gonna go meet a friend, and we're gonna go to Barnes & Noble, go shopping for some shoes, and then I have to kind of leave in a hurry because I am also going to a baseball game. and I'm very excited about this baseball game. It's Bark in the Park, so like there's gonna be a ton of dogs there, and I love dogs, so I'm very excited to go. Okay, we're looking like your basic eyeshadow look right now, which is perfect, what I need. Okay, next book. I started Throne of Glass, and I know that was in my TBR for like May. TBR for April. I finished Throne of Glass, so I'm reading in the romantic order. I think you're supposed to read Assassin's Blade before Throne of Glass, but I am doing the romantic way. So I started Throne of Glass, and it was so good, so good. I think this is a bold statement, but I think I like this series so far a little bit better than ACOTAR. So I think it's mainly because of the action, and there is the romance that I do like, but it's not the center of the book, you know? It's not the meat and bones. It's Elena so far. It's her fighting for herself, and I love a strong female lead character, and I guess I do like love triangles. So that definitely helps. So I gave that one 5 stars. Okay, after that I finished off the the Shatter Me series, because that was taking me forever. I only had one more book, and I've been putting it off just because the last book I was like, this is so dumb. I was over it. Okay, let's see, what shimmer should we do? I'm thinking we're between like these two. It wasn't my favorite of the series, and I'm just really glad that this was pretty much like mentioning Kenji the whole entire time, because Kenji was my favorite character. I was gonna be very sad if anything happened to him, because again, favorite character, and I'm very glad nothing happened to him. Oh shoot, that was a spoiler. Well, sorry. Yeah. Okay, I'm still waking up. Okay, so the next one I read was A Dawn of Onyx. Okay, so I actually do have a little like a vlog that I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make a vlog. I finished this, when did I finish this? April 12th, and I still have not finished out that vlog, mainly because I want to put a second book. I want to, oh my gosh, the AC is on. But I want to put a second book on that vlog. I think it's kind of boring to do just a vlog on one when I wasn't planning on just one. I was planning on 2. Anyway, I think that this makeup look, like the eyes are fine. They're good. I think that's all I want to do with them. Where's my eyeliner? I am gonna kind of eyeline it up. I'm actually gonna try to do these lashes off camera, and we'll be right back. Back with the lashes. I really like how they look with the lashes on. I'm super excited. Let's do the rest of the face and continue talking about more books. Okay. Okay, so I think I mentioned A Dawn of Onyx already, right? I said I was trying to do a vlog. Okay, A Dawn of Onyx, that one was really good. I read it with like a little romantasy reader group that I put together with my friends. And that was super fun, especially because not everyone was like a fantasy reader, so that was kind of cool to see if they liked it or if they didn't. I think one person gave it a 3.5 and everyone else gave like around 4 stars. I gave 5, another girl gave 5. I was almost certain that I had done 4 stars. And then I was looking at Goodreads yesterday, or on Friday, when I was on a Zoom call with all the girls, and I'd given it 5, so I was like, oh, okay, cool. Alright, going in with some foundation. This is the Makeup by Mario, and normally I use a brush for this, but I know sponge. I traveled to Utah recently, and I'm gonna have to use a viewfinder for this forehead. I traveled to Utah recently for my brother's wedding, and I realized, first off, I need a better carry-on. So I'm thinking about maybe getting one of those Beis, B-E-I-S. It's from like Shay Mitchell's brand. And then secondly, I realized that as much as I like my traveling makeup bag, it's probably not ideal for traveling on planes if you're not checking a bag. It's fine for checked bags, I think. Let me tell you about the next book. One of Us is Dead by Geneva Rose. Okay, I know that a lot of her books are not everyone's cup of tea. Like she, at least so I've seen on TikTok, is that there's love, and then there's like, this did not work for me. And I don't know if I could see it because I personally just really liked it. This book was rich people drama. So it was people, like this group of friends, and they were so over one person. One person's husband left her for a different girl, and that girl was there now in their group, and they're trying to accept some people are trying to accept her, and you know, obviously the girl that he left, yes, is not happy. So anyways, it's a murder mystery. Someone died. You don't know who died, and you don't find out till the very end of who killed her. And let me tell you, did not see any of it coming. And so that was really, really fun. My like jaw dropped. I was very excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I love these plot twists. And again, it's rich people drama, which I live for. I think it's so, I mean, it's not anything I'm gonna experience in my lifetime, so I just gobble it up. It's like, if you've seen the HBO show Big Little Lies, it's like that. Okay, and then I finally caught up with the Crave series by Tracy Wolff. Her books are about like this is like so cliche of me, and if I were to write a book, it'd be something like this, where a girl gets taken to an academy and she finds out she has powers and that everyone else has powers too, but it's not necessarily like I can like make earth quake. I don't know. Everyone is like a different type of species, I think. Like we have a vampire, we have a witch. Yes, stuff like that. And this book was a little confusing at first because it's been a while since I had finished the other one. It finally dawned on me, okay, the main character had mentioned that she didn't remember their time together. Her and Hudson, she didn't remember when she was frozen in place. So in the first book, she ends up being frozen in place for like what seems like a long time. I forget the amount of like the actual length of time, but she's like frozen like a statue. And she spends a lot of time with Hudson Vega, which is like the bad boy. Everyone is like fears him because he's scary and whatnot. But his little brother Jackson is the main character's boyfriend. And man, I'm forgetting the female main character. But it's literally like a YA book. It's a YA series. It's like if Vampire Diaries and Twilight combined and meshed with a little bit of like Hogwarts in there. That's what this series is. Is it good? It's like Twilight, right? It's it's not great, but you love it because it's not great. Like it's kind of like one of those guilty pleasures. That's how I feel about this series. We're getting close to being done, so I need to hurry up. Okay. The next book I read was Gallant by B.E. Schwab, which I have right here. This was like a book I've been really wanting to read. I saw it at Barnes & Noble and I was just like already intrigued and wanting to read about it. And then I found out I was getting it in the bookish box. The bookish box edition was stunning, and I just never ended up reading. Okay, I need to take off this. I've had this blush for a while, and I need to use the mirror finally. Normally, you know, doing the makeup in front of a mirror, so I don't need the mirror. But that was nice and satisfying. Okay. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is I was very excited to read this book, but it fell flat for me. I ended up not being the biggest fan of it. It was okay. So I gave it 3 stars because it's not like it was the worst thing I've ever read, but it wasn't the best thing I ever read either. Okay. So Disappointed by Gallant. It was okay. It was fine. And then I read Crown of Midnight, which is in the romantic order of Throne of Glass, the second book. It was so good. So good. I loved it. So good. Man, so after that I immediately went and bought like all of the rest of the books online, because I did go to Barnes & Noble and they only had Heir of Fire in hardback, and I have the first 2 books in paperback. So I'm not going to do that to myself. Start collecting like mismatched, like no. So I ordered them on barnesandnoble.com, and I got all paperbacks. But it was kind of nice because it was buy one get one half off, so instead of spending like over $100 on these books, I only spent $75. Only. Okay, and then I had my book club's book of the month pick, which was Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. I was super excited for this book because, again, it's super hyped up on Book Talk, it's super hyped up on Bookstagram, and I've heard nothing but good things about this. I didn't care for it. Again, this could be because I'm in my fantasy, like I was in the mood for fantasy. I had to listen to this. The narrators were amazing, so I'm not gonna say it's the narrator's fault because the narrators are great. My issue with it was I knew it was a hockey romance, right? But I didn't expect it to just be straight up only focusing on the romance. Like, there was a lot of potential for deeper plots and deeper conversations within this book, like an eating disorder with the figure skater. Like, that's very prominent in that type of like field, and it was discovered she essentially has one but doesn't really know about it, and they kind of glazed over it. Like, I think that could have been helpful for some people to talk about and bring up in a nice tactful way, but I guess if you don't know how to bring that up in a nice tactful way or helpful way, why bring it up at all? Because you don't want to hurt people. So fine. But oh man, I feel like it just had some good potential with some different storylines that were happening within it, but it just was not delivering. It could have been better. It definitely could have been better. Okay, now that I did that, now I need to get my swim brush and smoke out this bottom. 25, okay. Ah! Okay, good thing we're like pretty much almost done. Okay, so now I pretty much just have highlighter and my lips to do. And where else are we at? Okay, so after Icebreaker, I read Our Wives Under the Sea, and that one was really good. Heard of it, so I decided to look it up, and it became available on my like library app super fast. So it's like, cool, let's go ahead and listen. It was a quick listen, and it was really good. It's about these 2 wives. They're married to each other. One of them is a biologist, like marine biologist of some sorts, and she went on this expedition and it went terribly wrong, except no one really knows why it went wrong. And it's kind of like grieving the loss of her marriage, essentially, like the loss of her wife. But it's up to your interpretation, essentially, and I think I have a hard time with that because I want to be told, because this is more fiction. It's not like a fantasy where you can kind of really make up your own theories, right? Man, so I was like struggling with that ending. I was like, oh my gosh, what does that mean? Excuse me, what does that mean? I even googled like the ending because I was like, did I miss something? And no, I didn't. Okay, my lips be crusty, so we'll see how this goes. And the last book was an ARC I received by author Jamie Hunt. This one was Marked by Gods. And I read her first book, Marked by Fate, and that one was good. It was good, right? But I actually personally prefer the second book over the other one. A lot happens in this, and I appreciate it, like a lot more action, and maybe it's just because we've already like developed the characters that I'm like, okay, let's go, you know, let's go on with the story. This delivered on so many different aspects. It delivered on the romance, it delivered on a little bit of the spice that I was hoping for, and the love triangle, the plot thickens with that. It was just really good. I gave that one a 5-star. I want to say her first book, I didn't give it as high of a rating maybe. I think I might have given it like 4. Man, there's something so nostalgic about just the smell of MAC lipsticks. Like I could just smell it all day. Okay, I finished, and I also finished telling you about all the books I read. So let me go ahead and set my face real quick. Okay, I know that this is going to be a little bit of a longer video, so thanks for sticking with me. I personally really like watching makeup videos and seeing what people use, what products they use, and whatnot, and I really hope to get a little more creative with my eyeshadow looks. This one's kind of like a basic everyday look. This is not an everyday look. This is not my everyday look. This is a typical like 2016 Chanel everyday look though. But yes, it was really fun using the Soft Glam palette. This is a palette that I worked really hard for, and I purchased. I don't know, this is a very monumental moment for me in just my makeup. I don't know how else to explain it other than like I worked my butt off to be able to afford this eyeshadow palette, and I've come such a long way, and it's really cool to see that. And I was a really struggling single mom, and that palette meant like everything to me. So I don't know, okay, didn't mean to get emotional, but that's why I was like, let me use this palette just to kind of like commemorate old times. But I do hope to kind of switch it up and use old palettes, and I'm hoping that none of these give me a bad effect on the eyes because they're like all expired. Alright, I will see you guys in the next video. If you guys made it to the very end, let me know what book you liked, or how about you leave me a little lipstick emoji, and I'll know that you're a real one for finishing this long video. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.